I'm just so inspired by you, everything you've done to overcome, the America's Got Talent thing what's the guy's name, the judge?
Piers Morgan, bless his little heart.
Bless his heart. Because what did he say to you on stage when you performed and he exited out? He was like, you'll never do anything or something. Didn't he say something like?
He did. He just said that you don't have what it takes.
Ooh.
And then he told me it sounded like rats being strangled. That hurt.
Rats being strangled?
Rats being strangled. I mean, you listen to it, it really doesn't sound that good. So you're like, well, you didn't have to be mean about it, but.
Wow. And he said you'd never do anything or never be any good?
He said you don't have what it takes. That's pretty much his words.
Wow.
You don't have what it takes to fill a theater.
And look at you now.
I think this is cool.
Yeah.
I think this is cool.
And you just finished a tour. You're going back on tour sometime soon again, or what's the plan?
Yeah, going on a Christmas tour.
Oh, all right.
Can't wait. I'm excited.
So where are you going to be going? All over the U.S. or is this?
All over the U.S. Yeah,
Okay,
it's a U.S. tour from Thanksgiving till Christmas. So
amazing. And where can they go get tickets? Where can they find tickets?
LindseyStirling.com.
Okay.
So come join us.
Come support her. Come support her.
Yeah, Christmas magic.
Christmas magic. Amazing. Let's do some questions. We've got about 5 minutes for questions. So let's start over here on this side. If anyone's got a question, go ahead. I see in the back with the hand up. Go ahead and stand up here. Yes, you. Again, name, what you're grateful for, and the direct question, if you can.
It's on.
It's good. Yep. It was on.
It was on? Oh,
yeah.
Okay. I'm just hearing myself right now. I'm Jordan. I'm from Denver, and I'm just really grateful to be here. The energy here is insane and it rubs off. And so my question is, I first of all commend your ability to talk about your faith in front of crowds of people. And so my question is around that. I think there's a lot of judgment around expressing our faith, whatever it might be. How did you find the courage to talk about that openly in front of people and push away some of that judgment that comes around faith?
I think people always say, tell your truth and your story. And it was actually interesting as I was working on what I was going to say, I was trying to work around it. And I was like, you know what? That's my story. That is who I am. And, and I think the most powerful part about it is everybody's truth is different, but believing in something greater than yourself is so powerful. And, in my story of Dancing with the Stars, it's well, what was my other option? I could either turn to something greater than myself, or I could be well, I'm broken, done, and just rely on something that I didn't believe I could do. And so to me, it's, faith gives me extra power. It's who I am.
Yep. Probably need mics in the back too. I'm picking the farthest point away.
She's running.
Yeah.
Awesome. I'm Mark from Columbus.
Yeah.
Yeah, what's up? The way that you talk about your father is so beautiful. It made me tear up so much. I have 2 daughters, and the greatest impact I know that I'm going to make on the world is how I raise those 2 daughters. And if they turn out to be similar to your story, I would just be the proudest dad. So I want to ask you, what did your dad, the way that you talk about him, what did he do to encourage you throughout your life from all your challenges and through all your successes?
Yeah. My dad, I'm going to cry, was my biggest fan. And I remember really formative memories from my childhood of, my dad made time for every one of us individually, and I don't know how he did that, but one of my special memories was I loved to eat cereal. And as a little kid on...
Lucky Charms?
All of it.
Okay.
But I would wake up my dad early. Saturday was his one day that he could sleep in, and I would wake him up early, and he would sit on the floor with me, and we'd have a cereal picnic in our living room. And it was during those moments that he told me stories about his life. And he would tell me the places he'd been and the people he met. And I He would even, he told me when I was older, he's like, he used to tell me, Dad, I want to live a life like you. I want to go places. I want to meet people. And the fact that my dad, he wanted to be a screenplay writer, and he never quite made it there, but he tried. And he was better for it, and it made him a better person. He told me all the stories about how he tried. And it made me realize that I could chase my dreams, and if at the end of the day, that wasn't my path and it didn't come true for me, that it was okay and I could still feel great about myself. I could still live a happy life. And I think that example from my father and the fact that he wasn't afraid to tell me about those things, and yet he also told me about, the good and bad in it. So I think, the fact that he took time for us and that he told me his stories.
You got a mic up top still or no? We do? Okay, coming down right here. Over other side, over here.
Oh.
You have to pass it down, throw it.
Or you go, well, no, I can't yell. It's really far to yell. Save your voice.
Yeah.
It's like a relay race up there.
I'm picking people completely opposite of what the mic is at.
You're being very strategic about this.
I know. Okay, your name, where you're from, what you're grateful for?
My name is Ramses. I'm from Miami, and I'm just grateful to be in here with such great energy people, listening to great people like you, and just learning and expanding myself. My question will be, how do you find, like when you said you were doing Dancing with the Stars and touring, how do you handle that pressure? Sometimes I find myself trying to do so many things at once, and it could get overwhelming, I get stressed out, and I just want to know any tips that you might have to deal with that and just get better at it and be able to do everything I want to do at once, but still be successful at the same time?
Yeah. It's funny, I ran out of time, so I wasn't able to go in depth to it, but the same tools that I used when I was trying to go through recovery, I now use in daily practices, especially when I'm extra stressed or when I'm going through something hard. The visualization I talked about, I used to be visualizing myself walking into a room confidently, and visualizing myself being the kind of person I wanted to be. And then it turned into visualizing my way through routines on Dancing with the Stars. It went from looking myself in the eyes and saying, I love you, when I didn't believe it. It now turned into, when I was on Dancing with the Stars and when I was injured and exhausted, I would look myself in the eye so many times in the mirror and say, you can do this. You've got this. And I would say it until it was said with confidence. And that is really powerful, just the simple act of looking yourself in the eye and saying, you can do this. And also just taking it one step at a time, like not worrying about, the vast big picture. You have to worry about that sometimes, but sometimes when it is literally, let's make it through this next hour, and then let's make it through the next.
That's it. I love it. Lindsey, you're amazing.
Thank you.
We really appreciate you being here. I acknowledge you for just your joy, your spirit, and overcoming so much and speaking your truth.
If you're looking for more greatness in your life, make sure to check out this video right here. And also check out our free PDF, The 3 Secrets to Unlock the Power of Your Mind to help you change your life. Download it right here.
Look, for you young guys, the best teachers are not in colleges. The best teachers are on YouTube. Wake up.